Supernovas are a billion times brighter than the sun, but they only last for a short while. If the sky could remember them, this is what it would look like in northern Chile. The sky would realize that it is brighter than it actually looks. Similarly, if we place an importance on the memories gained through our bodies, education will look very different. Hi everyone, thanks for choosing to listen to my presentation. Part of my thesis aims to find out whether teachers place an importance on the body and its experiences to enhance their lessons. I came up with body of knowledge, or IBoK, as a pedagogical concept that could help them do that. IBoK also imagines a future for education which I believe will be more just. Every child is different and have different backgrounds. My definition of a just education is similar to Amartya Sen's. That is, a just education teaches students how to convert what they have and convert their available resources to give them the freedom to choose a life that they value. But there are many questions, of which a few are: should we make sure that everyone ends up with the same resources? Should we teach them the knowledge like Young recommends? Or are the skills more essential because Claxton says that skills would be sufficient to learn that same and similar knowledge? Or how does a teacher personalize the lessons for every student in the class? IBoK might be able to provide an answer. IBoK is a learning management system where the students showcase their learning experiences of learning an academic concept. It incorporates multimodal learning and Lave and Wenger's idea of situated learning. Kirschner's paper is an interesting read because it tries to debunk the practices of classifying learners and personalizing the way you teach them. While I agree with him mostly, I think the problem lies with the fact that teachers try to create the learning experiences for the students and not the students themselves. Learning is complex and unpredictable at times. What we must remember is that a concept is not always learnt in the head. Sometimes, what happens on the head could help you understand a concept like gravity in the case of the Newton's apple incident. So how does IBoK work? The basic idea is to give a body to a concept. It will have three parts. How was the concept learnt visually or orally? How was it understood kinesthetically? Lastly, who did I discuss it with that made me grasp the concept? So let us take IBoK for a concept like gravity, for example. Did I learn it on a website or listen to an online lecture? I would post the website here. If it was from a book, I could type out the excerpt or post a picture of it. Next, conversion kicks make me understand gravity. Here I would post a video or a photo of myself doing that kick. Finally, if I learned it from a discussion with my classmate, I would link my classmate's IBoK here. This is important because if anyone endorses my classmate's understanding, it looks good on my profile, especially if it was my teacher. So how does IBoK help the pedagogy? The personalized learning experience is no longer elusive because the students do not rely on the teacher to create it. The teacher can focus on whether they have learnt the concept. Teachers play the mediating role by 1. Endorsing the learned concept, 2. Correcting the learned concept, or 3. Directing a student to explore other students' endorsed experiences. When when a teacher endorses an IBoK, the rest of the class gets an alert and they are able to learn from the classmates' learning experiences. I feel this is a social leveler because a child who understood gravity at a space center and another child under an apple tree have shared their experiences. Wheelahan says that, and I quote, unless curriculum is organized so that working class students and others who are excluded have equitable access to knowledge, they will always be on the outside looking in, largely excluded from society's conversation about what society should be like. Through IBoK, all the students are part of the conversation, and each student can show how he or she had learned the concept. All you need is a low-tech camera phone and internet access at a public library or school. Having learnt one concept will help you learn another. IBoK is also a knowledge map. It shows how the student understands the links between the concepts. Claxton and Young would be happy with the IBoK because it showcases both the knowledge as well as the skills used in obtaining the knowledge. This, I believe, would become more useful than simply a grade in a subject to a teacher who is trying to teach a new concept. This is applicable for vocational training or a university module or to even a prospective employer trying to teach a new skill to a new employee. We are moving away from a knowledge economy and back to a maker economy with more technological sophistication. What one makes with their knowledge is taken more seriously than knowledge itself. If we extend IBoK to learners at various stages of their lives and link the knowledge maps, a school student who grasps the concept of gravity would be able to see through the map what else needs to be learnt to maybe build a plane or write a hit song. Vertical learning is made possible through IBoK. The knowledge is current and accessible because these knowledge maps are created by real people in real time. This way, IBoK gives them the freedom to choose the life that they value. At every stage of their learning, a student can see many paths ahead because learning never stops. All we need to do is collect enough data and observe the patterns. Then the sky is the limit. I made a decision to pursue a PhD to find a solution to the marginalization of physical education that I experienced while teaching. At first, I thought by making PE that one subject that embodies every concept, like in an interdisciplinary curriculum, would be the solution. But the more I read, I realized that this idea of embodiment can be strong in all the subjects, whether it was mathematics or the humanities. In fact, every subject tries to, but fails, in my opinion, because the teachers try to build the body of knowledge on their own for their students. Hence, I came up with I Body of Knowledge, which I hope to receive your feedback on. Thank you.